Well, hello again. I'm Louis Lett, and I'll be talking you through this gold medal match between the #1 seeds of Melissa Paredes and Sarah Pavan, hot on the back of success last week in the Commonwealth Games in Australia, and they're up against a brand new pairing from America. They've come through qualification to get here. Claes and Hochevar, looking to win their first FIVB 4-star event right here today in Xiamen. Hochevar is looking to win her first FIVB World Tour event in a career. It's been over 10 years long. The weather, well, it's sunny. You can see the umbrellas in the crowd. It's not because it's raining, it's just because of the blistering heat. There's a slight breeze from right to left, which, depending on how much the stand is sheltering the court, may mean there's a slight advantage for the players on the side of the court to the left hand of your screen. Anyway, it's gold medal time here. The Australian pairing of Felipe Clancy and Maria Faye are attaching, already claiming the bronze, but who will be taking the gold home from Xiamen? It's time to meet the bosses of this one. Xiamen from China gets a big cheer from the home crowd. And the second referee, Richard Kasut, known as Sooty. But we assure you, he is no puppet. The referees have been announced. It's time to meet our finalists for this FIVB 4-star event here in Xiamen.
The bronze medalist of under-21 World Championships, 100国的1号 U21 世锦赛的铜牌得主，绿色的 Claes.
First out the hatch is Claes, 22 years old, recently split with long-term beach partner Sarah Hughes, but this looks like a match made in heaven. Claes is 22 years old, 6'2", but her partner, wearing the #2 jersey, Hochevar, 36 years old now, 6 foot tall, looking to win her first FIVB Tour event. She's come 5th 4 times. She's already beaten her record. Their opponents, the Canadians, led by the 31-year-old Sarah Pavan, 6'5". She's a dominant figure at the net. Professional indoor player, but just a big force in beach volleyball. She played a long time with Heather Mansley, but her new partner is bringing her big successes. Melissa Paredes, the 25-year-old from Toronto. Just 5'9", but she looks tiny. Next to Pavan. The Canadians have played 11 times, 1 win so far. That was the Porridge Major Series, a 5-star event last year. They're looking to win another title. They're starting out first, and it's Hochevar with the ball in hand. He served so well throughout the early stages. Absolute curse from myself as the first one goes into the net. It's going to be interesting to see how Hochevar reacts to the pressure. The product of Long Beach State University. She replaced Misty May as the setter in the early 2000s. Claes is well off the net. She does well to find the line, but some dig. Pavan showing how quick she is for a big blocker over the sand. Can't keep the ball alive. Hochevar, well, she's played with Emily Day, Lauren Fendrick, Summer Ross, who now plays with Claes' former partner, Sarah Hughes. Claes and Hughes enjoys so much success, a 3rd at the World Under-21 Championships, but also a whole year of being undefeated at college level in 2016. They've won multiple collegiate competitions in the USA. Now obviously a product of the AVP. The AVP. No block, very accurate swing from Claes, very, very nice. The AVP and the collegiate system, such a good breeding ground for the American athletes. This team based as many at Hermosa Beach. And that's exactly what we saw in the semi-final. Hochevar just bringing the heat, firing it up. It's a good toss, splitting the gap between the two Canadians. The husband and wife serve. Now whips another one for Pavan. Pavan's in system. You'd expect it to score all day, but only just. Drifting on the block a little bit. Claes. Ball takes a massive thud off the hand and then just disappears off the side of court. Paradis to serve. Reactions from Pavan, world class. Pavan and Paradis, coached by Scott Davenport, also based in LA. Many of the Canadian teams, many of the world teams actually descend upon Hermosa and Manhattan Beach for training. She wasn't going to hit the line there, Hochevar, but she did a great job swinging on that sharp angle. In system again, Pavan the service target early on. Takes the two ball out the game from Pavan a little bit, but they're going to have to disrupt the rhythm of her pass if they really want to be successful, the Americans. Complete overpass, maybe a ball on two. No, the ball's set straight up. She's underneath it, Pavan, so she loses her height and her aggression, but she gets a second chance to have a little whip. She does. Americans go on two this time. Pinball all around, heart, desire, agility from both sides. But the two ball was too quick, too fast in the end. A little knuckle to the sideline. Uses that a lot, Claes. They use the two ball, this team. Talking a lot after their semi-final about how they're enjoying this new partnership, how they're excited for it for the future. Paradis well downtown. Dug very nice from close. Now has a chance in offense. Misses the sideline though. Just 22 years old, Claes. Sarah Hughes and her new partner, Summer Ross, actually losing to this Canadian team in the quarterfinals. Almost a golf swing in the platform of Claes, but she stays high and just chips away at it. Aggressive, smooth. The Americans will know that they have to bring some service pressure in this game. It's good service pressure from Pavan. The pass is a little tense and straight, but they're still well enough in control, good enough in system. Angle of the approach is good, pretty dynamic from Claes. It's a good swing from her. Paradis slightly underneath the ball. When that happens, the arm can't quite pull through, get the ball motoring downwards. The ball goes out the back of court. Good start for the USA, this Canadian team. comfortably. 21-19 in the first. The second was a very, very dominant display from the Canadian team to book their place in the final. From the middle of the court, dug well from Hochevar. A little bit tentative at times from Canada. Not tentative at all from Hochevar. She is hitting everything so accurate to the last meter of the court, whether it's a sharp angle. She knows the situation when the block breaks off the net that she can go after that deep middle ball. She's an absolute rocket out there. Chipping away, dug, but there's a net touch against Kelly Claes. The amount of games out of anyone this competition. They beat Israel 2-0. Then they beat Andressa and Juliana from Brazil in 3 in the second qualifying game. Just a high roll this time from Claes. Should be a point here for Canada. They're in system, they're in sync. The high line is good. The American team then went on to beat Lithuania. Then Betchar and Hubeli from Switzerland. Another Swiss affair. Heydrich and Versha Dupree. They won in 3. Stubbe and Van Ursel before beating, they're from the Netherlands, before beating Maria Fay, Artaccio and Taliqua Clancy 2-0 in the semi-final. Can't set the ball too close to the net. Because she is just a weapon of mass destruction. And if it's too tight, she'll just clamp you. Sarah Pavan, 6'5", scooping. Imana Paredes is watching the game so well, being so patient. Potentially a net touch, but not given. Well done. Again, this time though, from Claes and Hochevar. And in transition, the accuracy on that deep swing has been on point. Hochevar looking for her first ever win on the FIVB World Tour, and that's how to get it going. That's the third swing we've seen within inches of that back line. Imana Paredes this time just looking to roll the ball to the back corner. She's got good court vision, so if she sees the defender move early at the bottom of her jump, she'll just pick that gap. Has very good control. Technical timeout, and you'd think by watching this game that the USA were 3 or 4 in front, but they're not. The gap is just 1. Canada are right in the mix here, that's for sure. Timeout's a minute long, just gives the players time to sit back, relax, rehydrate, refocus, communicate, problem solve. Maybe discuss game plans going into the second half of the set. Hochevar will be happy. Their service pressure has disrupted the rhythm of the side-out play from Canada. Pavan now with the jump float serve, but it's into a comfortable area for Kelly Claes. See that a lot, the reverse play, really running Pavan across the face of the net. It's uncomfortable for the big blocker because they want to be still so they can get their line on the blocker. The more they have to move, the tougher it is to get their line and be balanced in the air and finish their block. Great snap back all the same from Kelly Claes. Imana Paredes now chipping, churning, whipping the ball away. Looking cruisy now, Canada, but they're still 1 behind. Claes again the target, hitting from the left side. Sarah Pavan, lights out, bang you straight out. Suffer that, America. That's huge. Set up on the line. Last minute, she takes a dive into the angle. Claes thinks she has the avenue to get the ball through. No way. Claes again now has a little look. She decides to shoot. Understandably so after getting absolutely dominated in the previous play from Pavan. This time, Pavan's a little bit passive in the block. And the Americans do find a way through the Canadian brick wall. Hitting off the net is a very difficult thing to do. you're left with less angles, less options, and you have to be so smart. Great swing. Tied at 13s. Claes again loves the overhand. Whether she can make the line, she doesn't make the line. She hasn't really got that one in her when she plays that overhead ball. Multiple times we've seen her hit the ball back from where she came from. Canada have just squeezed into the lead. I feel like that block from Pavan has just taken the wind out of the American sails. Maybe not. High rolling. Change of ends. Scores are tied. 14 all. This time Pavan sticks to the line. She goes up with the high line. She sees her opposition coming quick. She has to press. She sees her coming slow or slow the arm down. Her arms have to go up to take the height. One-point game. Hochevar the service target. She says she's up, but she's out of system. This is all over it like an absolute rush. Whatever Pavan doesn't touch, Paredes does on the backcourt. But the great wall of Canada is here in China, and there's no getting past her. Massive from Pavan. Again, jumps pretty late. You can see the angle of Claes. She's not bringing that ball back to the line when her approach is on such an angle facing across the court. Now she's looking, so Hochevar, sorry, looking straighter on. It looks like she can access the line in her side out. Ball short, well read. Mamana Paradis. A little bit of jiggery poker in the ball go. Claes with the jump float serve. Out from a wide position. Again, very nice play from Canada. They're in system. Mamana Paradis goes wide, and it means the defender from the American team has to sit round on a sharper angle to protect that area of court. The block's on the line. It really does open up the high line all day long. Great work at working the angles. The Canadians well hit. Cuts the call. Pavan diving all over the place in the block. If she's not making blocks, Mamana Paradis is making digs, but that's huge from Kelly Claes as well. Showing what an absolute beast she is at the net as well. Clamping down on the Canadian defender. Ball's gone pretty high from the centre. All shots available for Paradis, and she loves hitting from there. She's a very smart player. She knows from that central area. She loves bringing the ball back to the line, but she still has that deep angle ball. She can play the cut shot, or she can play the ball back short line. It really does open up the courts for the Canadian. Miss serve means we're back to one. Change of end comes at a good time. No way from Kelly Claes. Getting low, then getting high. Second time of asking. Canada open up the 2-point lead. Big props for Kelly Claes. That ball rocketed into the net, but she does well. She gets lower than the net. It's a key thing to do. The ball goes into the net, get lower. You can scoop it up. Great cover from the Canadians, though. And it's them that take the point. Hochevar now taking off 1 foot. It's pretty gnarly from Hochevar. Jumping off 1 foot and then just putting the shoulder through that one. Side out will give Canada set point. Paradis looking for the wide set again. Tremendous. You can just see on that shot that the wide set really did put pressure on Kelly Claes, trying to go across the net to keep the line block on the Canadian defender. 2 set points for Canada. It's been an electric start from both teams. They've had to dig deep at times though, the Canadians. Kelly Claes off the net, goes high, takes on the block of Pavan and succeeds. If there's ever a time to make an ace or a block defense, this is it. Once the court comes back inside. Cool, calm and collective. Something that defines Melissa Paradis. The fans are happy. They're on their feet because Canada have taken a 1-0 lead over the USA. It's a good look at the court. Quick feet. High line. Too quick for Britt Hochevar. Canadian team of Sarah Pavan, Melissa Paradis have won the first set here, 21-19, as we have a look at some highlights from an entertaining first set. Second set of the ladies' gold medal game. Britt Hochevar has played the AVP and the World Tour. She's represented the USA indoor volleyball as well as beach. There's not much she hasn't seen, but she hasn't seen a gold medal on the FIVB World Tour yet. Is this her day? Surely it's her best chance. Claes from the inside. Clever work. 6'2", Kelly Claes, but she's here. She has a look. She sees the court, and she also knows that there's a big gap over that side. Pavan off the net, gets a little bit of luck. Height is not the defining factor of a beach volleyball player, but it certainly helps when you can hit the heights and the angles that Sarah Pavan can. Again, that's all down to vision and good communication from Pavan as well, calling the shot, but stuck on the angle. Potentially they went a little bit too early in the movements. From the left side, Claes. 4-3. Teams change ends every 7 points. Just to make fair of the conditions. Pavan again goes for this back set. She does like it when she's served inside, shoots high line. It's a great decision, but she just misses out. And they shoot high line, A, because the block has to track the spiker. Means they might be drifting in the air, that leaves them open for a tool. But also the defender has to sit round on the angle, and it's difficult for the defender to sit on the angle and then chase back to the line. Pavan lines the call. She decides to chip angle, and she is dug. They get away with it though, the Canadians. Crowd really starting to enjoy their beach volleyball here in China. It's just a bump over the net. Ball hit the antenna on the way through. That means it's out. The antenna or the aerial. Points for free. Some charity for Canada. Scruffy from the United States. Pavan. Oh, again with a little bit of love from the netband. Timeout from the USA. It's a 3-point game. Pavan with a massive stroke of together. Again, the AVP and the collegiate system really helping the sport grow in the USA. Stops at Huntington, the AVP, Austin, New York, Manhattan Beach, just to name a few. Such a prestige to the tour. Bit of prestige, that whip on the angle. How do you like those apples? Really smooth and calm from Claes as she whips that one away from the defender. Hochevar knows she has to bring a bit of gas from the service line. Wide ball chip line, beautiful work. Exactly what they're doing there. They're just making the court so big, the Canadians, playing the ball wider. You see, this will be a great shot. It's court so big that Hochevar's flirting with trying to step round on the angle. She gets beaten, not with the best line shot, but because the court's opened up, still nowhere near it. Out of system, Claes. They're starting to break down a little bit. Back set, Pavan chips line. Again, exactly the same as we've seen before. Making the court big. The block's not really with Pavan, so she can either squeeze it, tool it, or just shoot over the top of it. She's so high, the ball travels so fast. Time it's the USA's time to back set, and that's something that happens a lot. Potentially that's why Pavan maybe broke angle, because they're expecting that from Claes. Doesn't quite get her feet to the left side of the ball. She likes to hit the ball back cross court on the back set. Paradise again going to the stick, this time just so easy. Oozing some class and some charisma, but all in a very calm and classy manner. Mana Paradise. Knuckle line, now she's making defensive. Stop it! It's a good block from Kelly Claes. Chance for Hochevar. Very, very strong work from the USA. Refused to give up. They battled so hard through the qualification stages of this tournament. And they've eked it out all the way to the final. The Paradise slightly lower set this time. Claes' block is a little bit late, a little bit high. Paredes will just make full use of it, just chip away off of it. Needs to get more in the face of the spiker. Cuts the call, cuts the action as well. Pick that one out. It's an absolute steal from the USA. Rocking and rolling, slicing and dicing across the front of the net. It's not a shot we've seen yet from Claes, but it's good to know she's got that one in her locker. Canada just smuggle that one through American customs. Somehow through the block of Claes. Take Pavan on at your peril. Hochevar does so. She's a gutsy character, Britt Hochevar. Technical timeout, USA. Within 3. Second half of the second set, where our gold medalist from Xiamen, China, could be crowned if Canada can hold on tight. They have a firm hold of the USA. But in Britt Hochevar, the Americans have a strong service weapon. It's a high toss. Good feet. Aggressive serve. It's tight, too tight. And that's what happens. A knuckle will come out when the set's tight, because you're going to have to try and get some leverage on the ball to make it go upwards. It was very tight from Pavan. Also the hands again, working the hands of Claes. Something that's happening on a regular basis. She has to tighten up her block. Going off her block too many times. Hochevar, this time from the center. I think must have seen Xiamen Paredes just go across her vision. Hochevar calling out the defensive plays. Serves back on Xiamen Paredes. This time punishes the ball from the center. And it shows how dynamic and how high she is. From that area, you just don't have that many angles just to really rip it. You have to be high to rip from the middle. What's that? The gap's back to 2. It's a bump. And that's almost a standing shot from Hochevar, who's all at sea now. Should be a point for Canada. No, Hochevar again is alive and awake and enthusiastic on the backcourt, but Xiamen Paredes manages just to hustle the ball through, not only the net band, but off the chicken wing of Hochevar. It's a good play, Pavan late to the net, but well read from Xiamen Paredes. Again, Pavan, that's twice we've seen an overset. We haven't seen Pavan overset too much. She's usually such a good setter of the ball. Slightly inside, Pavan chucks back on the angle. Everything looking to the line, and the defender and the blocker will always look at that as your power line wherever you're facing. So if you can work off the body, it's always going to cause problems for the defender. Claes from slightly off the net. Something that teams have to do to try and take Pavan out the game is set not as tight as you usually would, but that's maybe a little bit too far off. Ball's gone flying out the back. There's a change of ends. Canada look like they will take gold here in Xiamen. Unforced errors creeping in. Good look at the court. She again comes back angle. It's a surprise that Canada haven't seen or planned for that attack. A late dive angle maybe from Pavan. Might just stop that. Again facing the line. This time she goes down the line, sees a gap, past the left hand, the outside hand of Claes. Came through USC. Okay, Claes. Coaching roster that includes Olympic gold medalist Dane Blanton. Another strong look at the court. And Claes, this time she does go to the line on the back set. On the turn, Pavan. She hits high. She's so destructive. 6'5". Just takes every game by the scruff of the neck. Jump float serve. Hochevar is caught going backwards. 2 more needed. Canada almost have their names on the trophy. Sarah Pavan again from a height. Another ace. Pavan again showing her class at this level. This team took gold last week in the Commonwealth Games in Australia. And they still have 6 match points here. For the match, Pavan hitting the back set, goes to the line. Canada take gold here in Xiamen. They have been ruthless. They have been relentless. And now they have been triumphant. It will not be a first gold medal on the FIVB World Tour for Claes and Britt Hochevar, but in their first event together, they have played so well, and there will be so many positives to take. A wave to the crowd. Paradis and Pavan, having beaten China, Branner and Walsh Jennings from the United States, Germany, Binek and Schneider, Sarah Hughes and Summer Ross from the United States. That was the line shot that took the title. They also beat Agatha and Duda from Brazil in 2 sets. They've won every single game this competition. 2 golds in 2 weeks for the #1 seeds. 21-19, 21-14. Sarah Pavan and Melissa Humana Paredes have just been unstoppable here on the southeast coast of Asia. As they go to collect the trophy from Lars Lucas, the referee delegate from Estonia. They ruled Australia last week, and now they're the rulers of China. Hugs all round for a team that will only get much better. They pose for photos as we head down to hear from them courtside.
Amazing, amazing. Yeah. This is incredible. There are no words. There are no words.
This is what we train for. This is what we work for, and our goal coming into the season was to win more gold medals, and this is one to add to our collection. We're so happy.
Melissa, what does this gold mean to you? This means a lot, especially coming from Commonwealth and winning a gold there. It meant a lot for us to prove that we can do it, and it wasn't just a fluke. To have back-to-back gold medals and to be able to play at this level consistently and come out on top, it's huge for us, and that's what we're here to do. We're here to prove that we're not a fluke, and we're here to win. So this means a lot. Tell me a little bit about the match against the US girls.
Yeah, they've had a really great tournament. They're a new team. They've come on really strong. You know, we were expecting a really tough battle. Yeah, they've got a lot of weapons, so there was a little back and forth there at the beginning of both sets, but luckily we were able to take a bit of a lead there near the middle. But yeah, they're going to be around for a while. It looks good.
How do you feel about the partnership today?
Oh, I love it. I love it. I mean, I've had such a great time. I've learned so much from Sarah, and I consistently am impressed on how we fight together. And, you know, we never give up. And I know she's always got my back, and she supports me 100%. And we're learning so much about each other. We've been together for like 2 years now, and it's still amazing. We're still learning so much.
Well done. Congratulations, ladies. Thank you.